just got more metal for the frame of my camper. Get it off the car and we'll start building. It's going to be good. Alright, so this is what you see here is going to be the roof of the camper. Now I was going to build it on that, but it's not going to work with the tyres on there. So this is the roof, and I've levelled it like you saw me level the trailer frame anyway. I've got it all equal, the diagonals are equal, you saw that in the last video, so that's looking good. I'm going to tack it up, check it again, then weld the outside, and then put struts in the middle of it to sort of make it schmickety doing a little bit strong. 36, 70, 70. Being square, it's sort of looking a little bit like, I don't know if you can see that, but like that. So we need to make sure that we make the shorter diagonal longer. This is the shorter one, so we need to push the whole thing that way and leave this one where it is a little bit, 1 centimetre or so. See how we go. 36, 61, get closer. 36, 56. All right, so these are going to be all the cross members that go into the ceiling. Now, I've got a number of lengths of these, but they're all a little bit long, so I need to cut them down, so that's fine. Instead of measuring them, here's a little trick for you. We'll just go to the next one, whack it in there, get that flush, bring that down and butt it up against the blade, and then we can tighten that up. Double check it's flush back here. Perfect. And then, we don't need to measure every single one, we can just cut them all to the same length as that one. The ceiling, you can see that over there. And now what I need to do is a big step of putting all these guys upright. And this is a big step for me because once I do this, I actually lock it into my house because it's going to be too hard to get under my pergola. I can't get it anywhere else out, which means I have to allow the break down the fence and look very once it's done, or I have to somehow lift up my pergola. Not sure. I don't really have any other options, and I find it a little bit funny every time I drive past the house with a big caravan at the front because I can't get in the back, and now I am victim to the same fate. But nevertheless, we will see how we go. We'll put this on here. It's going to be a long time till I've finished it. I have a sneaking suspicion that if I let my tyres right down, I'll be able to just sneak it out. And if not, I've got a few other creative ideas to be able to get it out. So keep watching to find out. In maybe 6 months to come, who knows. Right, so this is pretty important to me. We want to make sure we get that bubble right in the middle, not straight up. I know the trailer's level, so everything's level here. And if we bring that around to this side, we want that level there as well. I've got that nice and flush along here, and nice and flush along there. Time to tack it into place. I hope for the best. So I've been working my way around the trailer, putting these uprights. But when I got here, I had a sudden change of plan that I actually just want to focus on the corners, then I'll get the roof on, and then I'll put the other struts in where I need them. If I can get the 4 corners right and get that square, then I'm happy to go and mingle with the others, just putting all of them in and then trying to set it on top. So top of this all by myself, which is arguably the most challenging thing when you're doing by yourself, heavy things. To help me, I've got some magnets up the top here to sort of try and just hold that in a little bit so it doesn't just fall off these little 35 by 35 mil tubes. And we'll have a little giggle and a laugh and see what happens. And hopefully I'll get this on top. Tired, not motivated, I'm not being productive. Oh my god, I am stuffed. Welding and cutting all day is not much fun, and obviously it's the first time I'm doing it, so I'm a lot slower than, you know, a pro. But anyway, good morning. Alright, I'm going to put a few more little things in this morning, a few little diagonals that I talked about yesterday, and then I'm going to just weld up the whole trailer. It's going to be a big day of welding, and you know, time lapse it so it goes nice and quickly, and hopefully by the end of this we'll have a nice solid structure to work with. There we go, 40 minutes of welding to weld the whole frame up. I won't lie, there's still some spots that are missing, or some noggins in the middle here, but that's 40 minutes on the welder, and she feels pretty solid, which is good. Push her anywhere and it feels like it's all one piece, no rattling. So if you're not bored yet of watching me run around the trailer in 1,000 times the speed, I'm just about to do it again, now with a wire brush, to get all of the, what do you call that stuff, flux. So I'm using gasless welding, which means that it's flux core wire. I'm going to scrape all the flux off with this guy, and then I'll use my zinc galv, cold galv, and cover all the welds. And then I will do some more welding! Wow! So here we go for another round. Custard tarts are the best. Now you might remember in video 1, if you saw it, that I made a big highlight about my first mistake, which was making that too small for where the water's going to go. Mistake number 2 is on the cards. That cross member right there, which I'm real happy with, this dickhead forgot that that is clearly going to be the door. I'm gonna have a side sew, nothing for it, create more work for myself, cut it out, and then I'll move it up to here somewhere and weld it into there. Damn it! Well, I know I want this to be really, really strong, and I didn't capture the whole thing, but I'm getting a really strong penetration. I'm using a lot of current, 20 amps with 10 meters per minute wire speed. It shorted out my circuit breaker because I was drawing too much power, so we'll see how we go. I've got a couple of centimeters on this side to go, and then I'll finish off the second half on that side, so if I lose any more power. Scratch that off. That is looking pretty nice, I reckon. You see my little swirls? Obviously I stopped there, I stopped there. I went this way for that part and that way for that part. But I'm real happy with those welds. You can also see a little bit of discoloration here and on top of that metal, and that's caused by the heat, so you can see I've got a lot of heat into it. I've got a really strong weld there, and that's good because thanks guys, I'm going to leave it there for the time being because I've got a few more things on order, so that might take a while for them to come in for me to be able to keep building. But my next step is basically I've ordered the cladding in for the outside, and I'm also going to put the electrical wires in for all my lights, fans, and start that soon. So I'll make a video about that when I get around to it. At this stage I'm still happy with the process and the build, but it is looking pretty big, which means in my head I'll probably make another one that's a bit smaller, more of a teardrop I think as well. Anyway, hope you're enjoying so far.